Hi, good evening. Welcome back to a Wednesday evening daily journal. So, two things that I want to talk about today. One thing just happened like about half an hour back. But the first thing I wanted to highlight for today was making someone feel special. So, that's something which I experienced, and it was, I would say, like, yeah, of course it's good, but like, if you are a part of, if you are a reason, like, to make someone feel special for the day or that person in general, then it's a totally different feeling, both for yourself and for that person whom you're making that difference. So the context here is with respect to one of my team member who had her last working day today, and she had been in this organization for exactly 5 years. So Monday was her fifth year work anniversary, and for all due respect to her, and also she kind of respecting my words to extend her last working day from last Friday to today, because I told her like, why not finish off your 5 years and then go. So she agreed to it. But I'd been working with her only for like last 1 year or slightly more than that, and she had been directly reporting to me since May. The best part is like I had a one-on-one conversation with her earlier in the day, and we were just talking about all the previous instances, our work stuff, like highlights and stuff like that. At that point of time, I just made, like, I told her very frankly what are the instances wherein I could see where she was struggling, or I could see where she was performing outstanding, or where her contribution made a lot of difference, and all such things. Um, and it was like all genuine stuff. I didn't want her to do any sugar coated stuff, or I didn't want her to do anything like you did bad, you did extraordinary or anything. I just like kind of whatever my memory I was able to recollect. I went back and I just recollected everything and I shared it with her. And I also gave her an open question to tell me like if there is anything that I could improve, or I could do a different in team, or overall in the organization what we can do. She had all good words for whatever good or bad reasons. I don't know if she wanted to tell anything negative before going. I'll just leave that to her if she really didn't want to tell anything negative. But I told her like whatever struggle that she had in like last year and early part of this year, and how things changed for her after she moved to my team. And not that she moved to my team, things changed, but it was a calculative decision that we had to take at management level. So how all those things made a difference and all the stuff. In the end, I actually spoke to her something about, she's like completely humble, straightforward, simple, very sincere. I think these are some of the keywords that which even popped up in the meetings today. uh, Person, and she is like, I, me, myself and my work, you give me work, I'll do it. I'll not trouble anyone, I'll not get into any conversation, I'll not get into any gossip, kind of a person. And she goes that like above and beyond to do things. Like she's very ready to reach out to people, locally as well as globally, to get work done. She'll make sure that the work is done, but she's like, she doesn't do too much of gaga about whatever she does, and tell that I am the one who did it and this I am the best in it. Nothing like that. You give her work, she'll complete it, and she says that she's complete. Maybe sometimes she's fast and sometimes she's like slightly slow. I've not said terribly slow, but slightly slow. But she'll make sure that she does it. So this is like we just spoke about all these things, and she was like very happy that that conversation was very frank and open. And I even told about some of the incidents wherein some of the things that she did, which initiated some kind of like a funny trend in the team, and which she was not even aware, because she was working remotely since our last several years. And she never got a chance to meet us in person, face to face. It's only been on webex that this happened. So I told her about a lot of funny incidents involving her, which we were conversing in the office, and she was like very happy. And she's like, "Why didn't you tell me? Even I would have been a part of that conversation." And all. I mean, that's the kind of thing. Like she's remote, and you never know how that other person would react or treat and all the stuff. But again, yeah, she liked it, and she was like very happy about all this conversation. Later on, we moved on to our team conversation, where team members also came up and spoke about her. And I felt that like most of the people who spoke very genuinely, and these are the things which even I had observed, which I didn't wanted to talk, but I left it open for the team members to do the talking. And she felt nice. That's exactly the point I wanted to highlight. So she felt really nice about all the things that she heard and all the opinions that people had about her, everything starting from her own team members all the way up to very senior technical leaders within the team. So overall, it was good, and yeah, which we just kind of like a last minute impromptu thing. We gave her even a send off gift as well. So which took her by surprise. I don't think so. She expected it, considering that she has not met anyone in person or not she was involved in anything here locally. But for whatever contribution she had done, we did give a small token of appreciation or a small gift voucher, which she really liked. I'm very happy about that. So that's how like making someone feel special really makes a difference for that whole positive vibes thing that it generates within you and also to the person who's at the other end. I mean, I could see that like the more we converse about it, the more she was getting open, the more she was laughing, smiling, and enjoying the conversation rather than the usual only technical discussion that we typically have in the office. So that's the thing I wanted to talk about regarding the office. Now, what happened half an hour back is like we just went out now at 7 o'clock to get some stuff. I'm going out tomorrow again for some ritual for my kid. So we had to pick up a couple of things from the market. So we just went out, and I was in my Activa. I didn't park it anywhere, and my wife had gone to the shops to pick up the stuff. And she brought and gave me some stuff. I took out the dicky. I mean, in my Activa box. I put it there and I tried to put the key back into the ignition slot. It was not going, and we were like riding for like last 20-25 minutes, and suddenly it's like the key itself is not going in. I was like, what happened? Like I was completely stunned. Like, how can this happen? And I struggled for another like 5-10 minutes. I couldn't figure out. Like I didn't realize like what happened, and I tried to see if it has got bent, key is bent, and all. Like we are riding it. It's like suddenly it like within a flash it happened. Then I knew that there is a key maker guy just like hardly like few steps from where we were standing. So I just went to him. He told that there is a piece, something is broken, and somebody might have tried to break into the vehicle. I told like no, I was riding the bike all the while, and we usually don't leave the bike outside anywhere. In like so definitely not in a place where like we kind of anticipate somebody to come and tamper with the bike and all. And suddenly it happened, right? And he couldn't do anything. So eventually he redirected us to a mechanic who was close by, thanks to him. So went to the mechanic, he tried something, he removed the complete unit, and then he realized that it was not tampering basically, it's a flap that closes the keyhole which prevents water from entering and all. That had got broken because maybe like in a very odd angle I would have put the key in. So it has, I mean, wear and tear, and this was like a worst case scenario wherein I pushed it and it went in and it had got jammed. So that's exactly what had happened. So eventually decided to get the complete key unit changed for both the bike and for the boot key space. Luckily, even that shop was open, and this guy did it. And he initially told a bigger amount. Then he honestly told that it's less than what he expected. It took a smaller amount, but he did it very neatly, very cleanly, without any fuss or anything. And that's like, I mean, as soon as he went, he was like, not now, tomorrow, leave and go. Nothing. He didn't do anything. Like he just finished it off very neatly, even though it took like half an hour, 45 minutes time. So really thankful for both this the keymaker guy who was able to guide redirect us to this person, and also to this mechanic guy Raghuvir is his name, who helped us out in getting this issue sorted. Because like if it was not for him, just assume it is not me and my wife has gone out or my dad has gone out and something like this happens, and I'm pretty sure like they wouldn't have been able to figure out what to do next. And also because the bike is not something, it's unlocked, you can't push the bike for like I was like about 2 kilometers away from my house. You can't even push it and come back. You can't leave it anywhere. So that was a kind of a struggle situation that we were in. Anyway, so it all got sorted out, and the bike is back home and it's all working fine. So that's something that adventure we got into just a while back. So anyway, that's it for now. Going to temple in the morning. I have a small ritual to get it done for my kid. So let's see how things goes. Hopefully it should be smooth, and there should not be much crowd, and all these things should get over soon, and I should be back home by like lunch or just beyond post lunch and all the stuff. So I'll come back and update you tomorrow how the day was, and I don't plan to take off full day, but half a day permission or something like that is what I have to do. So let's see how things goes, and I'll catch you back tomorrow evening. Until then, take care and bye bye.